Hey everybody, Rubicon here with another Total War Three Kingdoms campaign, Gongsun Zan Part 5. We have retaken Bohai, Liu Yu is currently at peace with us, and Yuan Shao is on the run. This is Part 5, picking up where we left off last time. We're trying to figure out where we want to go. Han Fu's not going to give us much trouble at the moment. We do need to replenish a little bit though with our current forces before we make our next move. Probably going to try to take out Yuan Shao. He would be interested in peace, but I want territory and he's not willing to give it to me, so probably just best to take him out right now. This is part 5, like I said. If you have any comments, feedback, or suggestions, would love to hear it in the comments section. Also, this is a new channel, so your support is greatly appreciated. Also, please check out my Simu Yu campaign for 8 Princes, and then also Ma Tang as well. You'll find the playlists on the channel. So let's see if we can form a coalition with anybody. That's something I want to do. I want to get allies. Liu Bei is good because we are good friends with him personally, our characters are, and he also is willing to form a coalition with us. And he's going to basically, if you let him run wild, he's going to form a coalition. Coalize, is that a word? If he's going to form a coalition with everybody. Ooh, Discord in the States, that looks nice. I don't really need that right now though, so maybe not the best ancillary that I could get from him. Let's just go for old-fashioned money. But as I was saying, he is going to form a coalition with everybody, and it makes it very hard in the late game if he's formed a coalition with everybody and then you are an emperor when it's broken into the 3 emperors part of the game. It just is really hard if he's not on your side and he's been allowed to run wild all game up to that point. Yuan Shao, he's down to Wang Quang as part of his coalition, so we'll see what happens with him. I could trade with Dong Zhuo to get some more money. That would be make this work. What's it going to take? You want 251. It's worth 490. Yeah, I'll take the difference of that. See how long Dong Zhuo lasts. He's actually lasted really long in this game. The triggering event of him being assassinated really hasn't come. I can't move this army, so we're going to have to wait until next turn. I would love to go take out that army, but I just can't move. So in our goal to get to the Silk Road expedition for the Onyx Dragons and then the Azure Dragons down below, see where we want to head with this specifically. The farming ones are nice boosts here. However, the buildings are not as important as getting to the units eventually. The buildings will just happen. I'm pretty good on food production right now, so I'm not too worried about it. I probably should finish out the branch that boosts my income because the mine is up and running, being upgraded. That's industry income right there. And then eventually when I take the salt mines in the next territory, that's going to be industry income as well. The horse pastures, I think they're just costing me money at this point. Liu Yu is also still building an army up over there. I'm keeping an eye on him just because he just will attack because he can. So we're going to go for the income with this reform just to get some additional boosted income. So our income's now up to 772, which is not bad. And we'll end the turn with that. We want to invite Tao Ying to join our coalition. He's in Liu Bu, doesn't care, and he's pretty even with us, both power-wise and likewise. This is my one complaint. I would love on this screen, where it's in someone else's turn, I would love to be able to look at their territory for what I haven't been able to figure out yet. So if there is a way to do it, I'd love to know. But I haven't been able to figure out a way to look at where they are on the map and how much territory they have. So Han Fu, we have a trade agreement with, or non-aggression. Oh, we have an agreement with him, but he does not want to be a part of our coalition. So Liu Yu, we did dispatch a spy to try to get into his organization, Tian Kai. He just leveled up, so let's take a look at him. Expertise, industrial exploitation, armor piercing damage for retinue. I'm going to make you into a army character eventually when I can get a second army, so I'm going to do that. And then I can't give you that spear, so we'll just hang on to that. I got that last episode. And Bohai, because I think it's not as good as what you have right now. Yeah, it's pretty much, it's very similar stats, but the base damage on what Zhao Yun has right now is a lot better. So in our court, and the thing is too, I don't know if I'll keep that spear because our heirs, basically the other family members, RIP Gongsun Zan, they're not going to be coming of age for a long time. They're still kids. So for now, we do have some money to upgrade. Don't really need any more troops, so let's just bump that up. Get some economic improvement. 5 turns until fully replenished. That's gonna take a while. So we'll just hang out here in Bohai for another turn. Pretty much we only have a war on one front with Yuan Shao, which is to be expected. And I think eventually I'm going to bring out the army and just start moving towards where I want to go. And they can replenish on the way. Because if I take them out, they're still 2 turns. That's not terrible. The frontline troops are 5 turns still. That's not bad. The cavalry drops to about 7, though. So I think I'll try to take the salt mine first, just because that will cut off some income from him, hopefully. Granted, the AI gets certain perks that I don't. But logically, and in a role-playing scenario, you would go for the income first. Because if you can't pay the people with the sword, then they're not that good for you. You want peace. You're willing to offer almost 850 gold a turn for 10 turns. So you want it bad. You want it bad enough to give up any of your territory. You do not. Okay. Which, that's fine by me, bro. Actually, sorry, that feels weird to call Yuan Shao bro. That was very how I would speak in day-to-day and not how people in this era would address each other. So, sorry for the roleplay faux pas. Everybody else is just kind of hanging out, doing their thing in the fog of war. So, let's see. Peace treaty for Yuan Shao. Han Sui declared war on Dongzhuo. Sun Ce, the little conqueror, has become famed for his exploits in conquering the Southlands. I get an increased recruitment bonus, though, from it. So, thank you, Sun Ce. So, balance of power is actually pretty good. The thing is, I'm going to lose troops, and I'm only at half strength as it is. So, I can't see what other armies Yuan Shao has down here. Because Huang Shao is right there. I'm at peace with him, but I'm worried that there are a couple of armies hidden there because he has the city of Henei, and I can't see that. And so I'm worried that if I go down there and commit, I'm going to get stuck, especially at this strength. Probably in, well, and that's where the increased recruitment bonus comes into play because now they only have 2 more turns until they are fully replenished. But the thing is, if I leave my territory, I lose that. And Yuan Shao is pretty much at war with a lot of people, not everybody, but quite a few people. Kong Rong's down there. He's not doing anything really. I think it's better to stay put for 1 more turn. I know that's the more cautious move as opposed to being aggressive. But if this army gets wiped out for some reason, I am royally screwed, and Yuan Shao can just come back up and take all of my territory that I've taken with Bohai, and then he can push into my original territory as well. And since I'm only at war with him right now, I don't want anybody else to try to gangpile Si Liu Yu on me. Let's see, you want me to join war against Huang Shao. You're the Yellow Turbans, you're also giving me almost 1,000, so yes, I will do that, and it makes you happy. Everybody make Liu Bei happy. Make him happy. And Huang Shao is pretty much at war with everybody, so I'm not overly concerned about him coming up and trying to grab my stuff. He's just trying to hang on to the farmland he has. Trying to get Wang Quang to join your war. Master of Defense, very nice. So that army did move in there. I'm much stronger now. Oh, yep, and there's another army in there. That's what I figured. You're just hanging out there. Close defeat. We're pretty evenly matched. I have trebuchets, but the thing is, going against walls, I'll expend so much energy busting down the wall that I probably won't be able to even it out too much, and they also have the towers, so We'll probably play a little cat and mouse with them, and the idea over here is let's get you in the field, Tian Kai. You're kind of my best option. You're not bad. Liu Biao, you've been unemployed for a year. I really have had no interaction with him, so I doubt he's a spy. Could be, but highly doubt it. Tian Kai, too, I want to get him in the mix as well. Just because he'd be a good start. Because the goal here is to build up a smaller force that we can afford, and then take the salt mine with this smaller force while we're keeping it occupied. And you don't get along with anybody. He is a preacher, so maybe that's why. Maybe he just lectures everybody that he's around. So let's build you out. Let's give you one more cavalry unit. You're pretty pricey, so we're gonna go with anti-missile, and then probably need to give you one more saber militia just for another front line, and then give you one unit of archers. Yeah, 2 archers and 2 saber militia, that should be plenty, plus we have 2 units of cavalry. Even with the towers, that won't be too much trouble. So we're going to keep the rest of Yuan Shao's army engaged in Pingwan. If we can fight a battle that we can win, we'll do it. But the goal here is just to keep them occupied while we build up that force and then go take the salt mine, and then we could wing that smaller force around. Wing, that's not the right word, sorry. Whip it around and then come at them with additional men. Because right here, yeah, we're outnumbered by almost 1,700 men. So even if we won, we would lose a ton of men in the process, most likely. Because it is an open field battle. Those units are coming out. That's just a lot of archers. If I was taking on the armies of archers by themselves, it would not be too much of a problem, because I could just use cavalry and bombard the crap out of them. But the thing is, my infantry is going to get overwhelmed by all of that, and then my cavalry is not going to be able to hold off their cavalry or engage their archers. So it's just, oh, there's Yuan Shao. So she's going away. Cao wants a non-aggression pact, and he was willing to give me a lot of money to do it. Will anybody get mad if I reject him? Sure. I'll take the money. Plus, you are not on the radar of threats at the moment, so Cao also will probably give me an opportunity to do something that will not tank my reputation. But at a certain point in the game, reputation doesn't really matter anymore. So you're starting to run low on supplies, but you can't reach the salt mine. So let's do this. Let's put you back. You should have enough supplies to last another turn. So if this works, this will go very well. So we're just going to see if we can we'll keep up the attrition on them. That's also important. They're not able to build out more, and they also are taking attrition. They don't want to surrender, which I figured they wouldn't, because that army down there is probably going to come back up. But can I get anybody else in here? I could get this. This should be enough. I can save my money. This should be enough. So we're going to bring him down. He's going to have one more turn to replenish and build up his troops. He'll have plenty of supplies. So the goal is for him to take the salt mine while I'm doing this dance over here with Yuan Shao, and then we can bring him over, get the extra cavalry, especially cavalry that goes well against missile troops, and then we can hopefully crush them all at once. So which settlement do I want to... I'll probably upgrade the capital, just because that will also get me the council bonus, and also more building slots as well. So my spy is currently attempting to infiltrate, no progress with Liu Yu, so we will end the turn. And you're coming back up, which, not surprising. Just, this would be too costly of a victory. I always like to abide by the, oh, and you're going for the salt mine. That is actually perfect. That is exactly the best case scenario, and Kong Rong has decided to double cross us. He is breaking his non-aggression pact with us. So, that's interesting. Kong Rong could have gone wrong there. I'm sorry. That was just, I was asking for it. So, Spy returning, he was not able to get in, but his scouting was successful. So, not terrible news. You're on your way back, preparing to return. Okay. All right, so this actually worked out very well. What we're going to do is, Gongsun Zan, you are going to, because you're close enough to reinforce, so you're going to attack her, and we are going to take out this army, because they have archers, and if we fight a night battle, we don't have to worry about, we have reinforcements, so we're going to outnumber them regardless. The question is, do we want to mess with, I think I'm just going to take on this army, because there's the negative morale. They're going to have high casualties. I won't suffer that many casualties, and that way the other force stays intact, mostly, and we'll be able to take the salt mines pretty easily in the next turn, since we could also use Gongsun Zan to reinforce, and then the salt mine folks are completely outgunned and outnumbered. So, this is part 5. We'll probably fight this battle, and then we'll wrap it up. Keep up with the Gongsun Zan series. There's also a Sima Yu series and a Ma Teng series here on the channel, so I would love it if you check that out. Again, any comments as I'm getting started would be much appreciated. And getting rolling with the Three Kingdoms campaigns. The goal is to eventually add in some other ones. I'll be honest, Warhammer, I'm not as fluid in or comfortable in. I much prefer the historical ones, but they are fun, just because, I mean, it's, you're fighting with trolls, dwarves, and elves, and dragons, so, I mean, what's not to like? But, so let's put the strategist, get him kind of here-ish, move the troops forward so they don't set the forest on fire on accident. Spears, we're going to put the spears in the back, just because they do not have shields, and so, with the archer madness that we're going to be going against, I don't want to risk just losing a ton of spearmen just because they don't have shields, whereas everybody else in the front line, they have shields and can do shield wall, so they're in a much better situation. Alright, so trebuchets. Unleash fire. Let's go for the archers. The spears I'm not really worried about. And get them over there with the tree cover. Oh, and I forgot to move the White Horse fellows. Sorry guys, you have to take the long way. Those are some good hits right there. Alright. Yeah, this is not going to be much of a battle, because we're going to bombard them. They're going to try to close the gap between us. By that time, Gongsun Zan and the cavalry will be in position to flank them. They'll get into close combat. They'll get into close quarters combat with the archers, who then can't fire, and it's just going to be downhill after that for them. So, I'm thankful it's not me on the other side, because otherwise, trying to close the distance, and the White Horse fellows are, that's funny. They are peppering them with some arrows on their way by. That's pretty funny. So, let's get everybody involved. Let's group you guys so that you can group attack, and then let's bring everybody up. We'll leave the spears behind. No need for them to get involved. And Gongsun Zan, the White Horse fellows are still shooting at them, so they've actually drawn out that archer unit right there to the side. Oh, that's going to be a good hit. Right in the middle. Yeah, that spear unit is not long. They've about had enough. Both spear units are actually now about to break. Let's get the cavalry in there. Shao Yuan, you go after the strategist. Those spears, one of them's broken. Excellent. One of them's broken. Now the other one's broken, so let's start firing on the other archers. Other archers are getting in range now. Let's exchange fire with them. Gongsun Zan, if you wouldn't mind, could you hurry up a little bit and Get in there against those archers. Thank you. So that one's about to break. Let's get a Roar of the Beast going. Strategist is wavering because Zhao Yun's chasing her around. Zhao Yun actually go after those archers. And frontline troops. Group attack. Get a splash damage in here. Except he might not be close enough. That's okay. Alright, Gongsun Zan, get over there. You guys focus on them. Knock them out of the fight. And Trebuchet, stop firing. I don't need you to hit my own men. One more for good measure. And then Gongsun Zan, you go after their strategist. Rest of the cavalry, minus Gongsun Zan. Head over there and take them out, please. Gongsun Zan, please go after the strategist. And this last unit should be running away very shortly. Go after them. Fire on that strategist, just take her out. Switch to normal shot, and that's victory. Very nice, very quick, very efficient. So, Guanjing, let's get you after those archers, just to get experience for him. That's the best way that I've found to get strategist experiences. They don't fight a ton, just because they're very squishy, but in the post-battle chase down, they're very fast, since they haven't been fighting for the most part in most cases, they are pretty fresh, so they can run rather quickly. And it's just a good character's experience, never hurt anybody. So we will wrap this up as we triple speed. And that should be pretty much everybody once we take care of them. So nothing really stopping us. Oh, there are a few men left. There we go. Everybody's gone. So the game itself says 154 kills for the Trebuchet, 140 for the other unit. Zhao Yun 165. Not bad a day's work. Some of the cavalry units 230, 152, 191. My goodness. And you got stabbed in the throat and smacked across the side of the face with a spear. That has to hurt. So 424 loot. We'll take the replenishment. And then the other part of the phase 2 of the plan, Tian Kai comes in. He's being reinforced. And that's all that they wrote there. Alright, so we are going to occupy the salt mine. We can upgrade it. We have the money to do it. I'm leaning towards that as opposed to one of the other. I could upgrade the military government buildings there, but this is also now my border with Kongmorong, and since he broke his non-aggression pact with me, that kind of screams getting ready for war. So I could upgrade that. It's a boost to income, but I'm also going to be getting more income from here. Plus it's industry, which I have a bonus for. So I'm going to get this just because also that improves the garrison. And I'm worried that Kongmorong is going to try to make a move. But we do have pretty good replenishments, negative recruiting costs. Don't really need any men at the moment, though. And I might actually take a hit for my income and food production, which I can afford to do just to get public order up in some of the areas where it's negative, but it's just camping out. So I think we'll do that, and then that will get a lot of people happier, mostly in Dai. That's the problem. And we do have a reform that we can go after. So decisions. We can get some spear units. We also have the ability to keep progressing on that chain. I could get an additional trade agreement. That boosts commerce. Last time I went for the overall boost. I think I'm going to go for one of these now. I can give a spear infantry peasant band. That's not going to be super helpful. That's a better spear unit. But agriculture tax relief. That's interesting. I think I'm going to go for this one just because of not only that, but the buildings eventually down the line, and then also additional trade agreement. But I can't trade with anybody, so that might change though. So we're going to see what we got. Military Jian, nice. Let's see, Jian Kai. You just have a common one. So let's upgrade you, my friend. There you go. Have a nice sword. And here's a wooden fish. Just to keep you happy. Because that is the name of the game. Alright. So, Liu Bei wants to invite Calm Wrong. I'll accept, but he's going to say no, probably because I'm in it. So, we going through the interface. Shang Yan. He wants a non-aggression pact. I will take that, just because if something goes wrong up north and Liu Yu comes in, I don't need to be ganged up on. And plus, he's forming a coalition with the Bandit Queen, so that tells me he's not doing so hot. Well, Dong Zhuo just declared war on him, so that's why. He's trying to minimize the fronts he has to fight on. Ooh, Discourse of the States. I was going to trade Liu Bei for that, but I ended up not. So, let's see, I can give it to you. Oops, oh wait, hold on. I want to give you... Wait, hold on. I just got it, so how do you have it? I'm confused. No, you have the clay cup. You don't have... That's very weird. Okay. Well, 6 authority and 6 satisfaction, plus you're not going to be my prime minister anytime soon, which is when the negative bonus comes into play for corruption, I believe it was. So we're just going to give that to you. There we go. That's weird. Not quite sure why it was doing that. That's where we're going to end it for now. Don't forget to check out the other campaigns, Ma Teng and Sima Yu, on the channel. Again, like and subscribe if you don't mind. Would love the feedback on the content as well. For now, Rubicon out from Total War 3 Kingdoms.